A very good evening and welcome back to Kata. Now, as some of you may already know, I've started a series of videos in this particular area where we're taking a closer look. So if you haven't visited Kata before, then you're going to find some useful information and insider knowledge. On tonight's video, we're going to be taking a look at Kata's nightlife and things that you can do in the evening time. So stay right there and I will be right back after this. Now, of course, Kata has some night markets which I've already covered, and I will put the link at the top of the screen now. If you haven't already seen those videos, then check that out. But these night markets are not that large, so of course they're only going to keep you occupied for a few hours, and you're not going to want to visit the night markets every night that you're on holiday here or during your stay. So what else is there to do in Kata as regards nightlife? Well, Kata's nightlife is a lot different to Patong. It's not going to be so much in your face. You're not going to find nightclubs in this area. There are some smaller bars in the area. It's my opinion that Kata really is more suited towards families, couples, honeymooners and groups that are looking for a more relaxed pace in the evening time rather than partying to the wee small hours. But that's not to say that you can't find a party or two right here in Kata. One of the big benefits of staying in Kata is its great choice of restaurants. Not only its superb choice of Thai restaurants serving all types of delicious Thai food, including a large seafood range, but Kata also offers a great choice of international foods and restaurants. So no matter what your nationality is, you should be able to find not only something you like, but something you're going to love. So as a start, let's have a little wander around and take a look at some of the different restaurants that can be found. I have started covering some of the restaurants in Kata, one of those being the Istanbul restaurant. If you haven't seen that, go check it out now. I will put the link at the top of the screen. It's a great place to sample Turkish food, but of course this is just one restaurant and Kata does have a lot of restaurants to offer. My honest opinion is Kata's nightlife is more geared and centred around being able to relax, taking your time about the dining experience, not only enjoying the atmosphere, the food, the drink, but of course the company you're with, your family, your friends, colleagues, etc. You are going to find some of the restaurants in Kata will have live entertainment on during or after your meal, so this does allow you to spread out your evening without having to move around too much. Let's check out some of the food in the Wine Connection. Now, I have eaten at this restaurant some time ago and the food was really good. Me and my wife, we like the Wine Connection restaurants. So we're going to have a bite to eat here. Okay, so let's go inside and check out the menu. So we're going to have a quick look at the menu. Some platters, mixed platters, cheese platters, cold cuts. Prices varying from 290 baht right up to 780 baht. They also do a good selection of appetizers and salads. We've got a selection of pastas. Again, the pastas around 240 baht, 250. There's bolognese pasta 230. Carbonara 240. Also a good selection of pizzas. Now, my wife normally has the pizzas from Wine Connection because she likes the fact that they have the thin crust. I personally prefer the deep pan crusts. There's also burgers, steaks, as you can see, burgers 290, steaks starting from 520 up to 780. There's seafood, the salmon fillet. I know my wife's had the salmon before and she said that it's very good here. There's also duck, chicken, lamb, ribs that I can see, tenderloin. Really good choice, and also some desserts, chocolate lava cake, lemon meringue cheesecake, ice cream, chocolate mousse, etc. And prices are varying between 100 baht for the ice cream right up to, see where the chocolate lava cake, which is 160. So all in all, they're not an expensive restaurant. I would say they're more of a middle line restaurant. I was actually looking for the beer menu so I could see the prices, but they actually have a separate menu with all the beers, drinks, spirits and wines on, which we're going to take a quick look at now. We've got all the bottle beers, the draft beers, the spirits. They even do cider in here. Mind you, I have to say that the cider is quite expensive at 350, but that's nothing unusual, because for some reason cider is very expensive out in Thailand, and I can't quite work that out. Obviously it's imported over here, but in some of the bars it's quite expensive, and I do like a nice glass of cider. Bottle beers, draft beers and spirits. Then you have an extensive wine menu covering French wines, Australian, Italian, Spanish, New Zealand wines, Chile, Argentina, South Africa. So quite a good selection on wines, whether it be red or white. I think I have recommended this place on previous videos that I've done. They've got water which is still bottled water at 45 baht, which is reasonable. Some restaurants are charging 80 and 90 baht for a bottle of water. They do mineral waters 110, 120. There's coffee and tea starting from 70 baht up to 110 baht, and then of course your soft drinks, Pepsis 55 baht, 7-Ups 55 baht, orange juices, lemon iced teas, etc. When I initially walked into the restaurant, I didn't notice that in the background they were playing popular pop songs, and of course with YouTube's new regulations this may cause me an issue with a copyright infringement. So unfortunately I'm not going to be able to include the part where the ordering process took place, because you can clearly hear the music in the background. After reviewing the menu, I decided to order the spaghetti carbonara. Nat decided on a new pizza called the burrata, I believe it's pronounced, which has burrata cheese, parma ham and also rocket. I'd also like to mention that the lady taking the order told us that they now do both a thin crust and deep pan pizzas in the Wine Connection restaurants. Okay, well I've just finished the meal at the Wine Connection, and I have to say I wasn't disappointed. The food was very good in there. It's really nice, well worth a visit. If you're staying in Kata, the total bill came to 660 baht. Now the only issue that I had with this particular restaurant, unfortunately for me, is I didn't notice when we first walked in, but there are actually speakers. I don't know whether you can see that, there's a speaker just there, but there's actually speakers positioned over every table. So of course with me making a video and posting it online, the problem for me is they're playing popular pop songs, which means that of course the minute I upload the soundtrack and it's got the popular songs playing in the background, that gives me a copyright infringement now on YouTube with their new regulations. So it caused a little bit of an issue when filming it, but that wasn't the problem of the restaurant. That is down to obviously the filming. But I would recommend definitely visiting this restaurant. The food's very good, the service was very good, not expensive at all, 660 baht. If you're not into live entertainment or you fancy a break from it, then there's also a dinosaur themed restaurant. Yes, that's right, you did hear me right, a dinosaur themed restaurant called Dinos. This also has a mini crazy golf course, again with a very strong dinosaur theme, which is just great for the kids, families, couples or even groups, and we shall be taking a look at that in a moment. Now I have eaten here, but it has been some time ago, so I would recommend that you check the current reviews if you're planning on coming here. We're just looking at the moment, thank you. That's all in Chinese, and that one's in Russian. You have a tablet as well. I don't see any prices on these. Oh, okay. 290 for a pizza. Let's just have a quick look at what's on the menu. We've got some salads, main courses, we've got chicken, prawns, we've got lobsters on there that I can see. They do seafood and see burgers, steaks. Okay, quite a good choice. Thai food as well. So we've got roast duck, curries, pastas and pizzas, rice noodles, burgers. Reasonable prices on the burgers, 2.20s. Do the burgers come with fries?
Yes.
And a salad, yes. So, okay, that's great. You get the fries included, sandwiches, baked potatoes, ice creams. They've got a roast and grill also, hot dogs, roast chicken, beef. I'm just going to let my wife have a chat to the lady there. She might be able to give me a little bit more information in a moment. We're not planning on actually eating here tonight, to be honest. We've already eaten, but this is quite an interesting restaurant to visit, especially if you've got young children, because they do have, I don't know whether you can see that, they've got dinosaurs scattered around, obviously models of dinosaurs, statues, whatever you want to call it. And I wasn't sure whether they'd allow me in without me eating, but basically what they've got is an area that you can see here. They've got lots of tables, and in amongst Nika. So I don't know whether you can make that out being so dark in here, but they've got a nice waterfall running down the back, and then what looks like the Flintstones car here in there. So it's quite a theme that's going on here. It's quite a good theme actually. It's ideal for younger children especially. See, there's a bit of a volcano in the background there as well, which is really good. I don't think they had the volcano when I last came, but as I say, it's been quite some years ago. So you can come, have a meal. The prices are not too bad. I just had a quick look at the menu. They seem to have lots of choice on the menu, from Thai food to pizzas to burgers, steaks, all sorts of things, salads. So there's really something for everybody here. I believe you can come in and just play the mini golf without having a meal at the restaurant if you want to. So we'll just have a wander around the restaurant. The lady at the front there has been kind enough to allow us to come in. Of course there are people dining in here, so I need to respect the fact there are people eating in the restaurant, so I don't want to cause any problem. But there's a nice little waterfall running down the back, and it's quite a nice atmosphere in here. I'm going to try and make my way around now to the mini golf area. Now the lady said I could go in and have a look around for 120 baht. I want to actually find out the price of the actual mini golf, so that you actually know the price of what it would cost to go in and play a round of mini golf per person, and obviously children as well. 20 car. Normal price to play the golf is 240 baht, and then children 180 baht. Okay, well I've decided to come inside the mini golf and have a look around. I'm not going to be playing golf, I'm just coming in so that you can basically see what's involved and get an idea if it's going to be something that you might be interested in. So let's go and take a look at this mini golf course. Okay, so I can see that we've got the mini golf course here. Okay. Some interesting sound effects. Okay, they've got a cave area. Actually quite big. It's a bit bigger than I thought. There is an area going up here as well, so we're going to go there. There's a few people playing golf. If you follow it round, I would say it's going to take you maybe an hour, maybe a little bit longer, depending on how many there is in your group, to play around all the way around. We've got some nice waterfalls in here. So of course, if you've got children and you're in a family, this is just going to be a great experience. Some very large dinosaur eggs there. Well, the course doesn't look too difficult. Not too many crazy obstacles. certainly winds away through. That's quite interesting. And of course you've got little places where you can look. Or 14 by the looks. I think that said the 14th hole, so I'm not sure how many holes there are here. It seems a reasonable size, to be fair. T-Rex there. Quite a novel idea. Round of mini golf surrounded by dinosaurs. So definitely this dinosaur mini golf dino restaurant is a good option for one of your evenings, for some entertainment if you don't fancy the live entertainment, and of course you don't want to just go to a bar because you've got young children. And this is a nice option that you can come and visit and have a bit of fun with the family. Okay, well that was quite an interesting experience at the dino restaurant. So that's one option that you can do at night. Obviously you're not going to come here every night. I can see the Buffalo Steakhouse is closed at the moment. That is a bit disappointing. I hear that's quite a good restaurant. They have got two in Kata. Now we are towards the northern end of Kata at the moment. We are sort of very, very close. If you just down here is Karon, so we're right on the border of Kata and Karon. We're going to make our way down here, this road, main road, a little way. There's also some shops, and then we're going to take a look at the night plaza. It's not that large. After the night plaza there are a few small bars. Now besides all of the restaurants, Kata does offer a degree of shopping. However, there are no large shopping malls in Kata, but you are going to be able to find some smaller souvenir shops, clothing and boutique shops selling a range of goods from shoes, bags, dresses, beachwear, sunglasses, hats, etc. So let's take a look at a few of these shops, but please bear in mind they are scattered around rather than just being in one area. So it is well worth having a wander around and exploring Kata, as you never know what you may stumble across.
How are you?
I'm okay, you? Sorry, mate? Now there seems to be a good choice of massage shops, so if this is something you fancy trying out, there's certainly plenty of choice here in Kata. I personally prefer the oil massage to the Thai massage, as I find at times the Thai massage can be too strong, rough and aggressive. However, this really does depend on the masseuse, but normally Thai massage does not put me into a relaxed state of mind, whereas taking an oil massage, I find this experience to be very much more relaxing. But of course there are other types of massage to choose from and to try out. I've also noticed a few tattoo shops in Kata area, so if this is something you are into or interested in, you should be able to find a suitable shop. I have managed to speak this evening to a tuk-tuk driver to inquire about the price from Kata to Patong. So if you want to take a day trip there, explore the shopping malls, or even pop over there at night time to explore the nightlife, the tuk-tuk driver informed me that it was going to be 400 baht from Kata to Patong. This is either for 2 people or 4 people. It's the same price, so it's 400 baht for the journey from Kata to Patong. There's also a couple of small plazas which I've noticed in Kata along the main Kata road, and we will be taking a quick look at one of those plazas. So this is Kata's night plaza. This is situated towards the more northern end of Kata as you're going towards Karon. It's opposite the Pink restaurant, as you can see, just across the road or over the way there. I think this area, there's a few restaurants in here. Quite a large one here. There's also some small stalls selling t-shirts and souvenirs by the looks of it. Quite sure what this is. Looks like a restaurant. drinks and dines. So yeah, it's a restaurant. Sorry, cab. Of course, on top of this, there are plenty of roads, sois leading off the main areas to go off and explore, offering even more restaurants, small shops, bars, etc. Now let's talk a little bit about the bars in Kata. You are going to be able to find a lot more family-friendly bars here, but of course there are still a number of bars in Kata which will have girl hostesses, but these are definitely in the minority. However, if this is something you are particularly looking for, it can still be found here in Kata, but it's certainly not so much in your face, unlike Patong's Bangla Road, which of course makes Kata more enjoyable for families who just want to enjoy a nice quiet drink without too much TNA. And I will leave you to work out what I mean by TNA. Kata does have a few areas where you will find clusters of bars, but generally, like other things in Kata, they are scattered around, so it's well worth having a mooch around. We are now going to take a look at one of these areas of clusters of bars. This is situated on Kata Road heading towards Karon, very near to the small plaza, easy to find as it has a Spider-Man statue right outside. There doesn't seem to be many girl hostesses in this part, unlike Patong. They're more of a normal bar environment. So very much less in your face here in Kata, unlike Patong. Of course, you know Patong, Bangla Road, the bars there, the girls there, very much in your face. Not really ideal for families, especially if you've got younger children, but Kata is a lot more of a relaxed environment, a lot less in your face, so that you can come and bring your family and have a quiet drink. So there is a reasonable selection of bars down here actually, there's more than I thought. Sorry cab. It goes quite a way back, and there is another road next to this as well that I noticed that contains bars as well, so that's somewhere to bear in mind. And on top of this you have a lot of bars that are spread around Kata on the various sois, so again you may be able to find something that's suitable for yourself. A few more normal type bars, pubs as I call them. Roast chicken there for 220 baht, Sunday roast. Let's have a look at the prices. We've got a half for 60 baht, a pint for 95 baht, a litre jug for 160 and a 3 litre tower for 420. That's quite reasonable. So quite a few options around Kata. Prices are actually quite reasonable here. I'm quite surprised for Kata. I thought they'd be a bit more expensive. So a half for 60 baht. Okay, it's not fantastic. It's not really cheap, but it's not too bad. It's more than reasonable. I think this is a new area that's opened up in Kata. This wasn't here before. This is quite a recent addition in the sort of last 12 months. Now unfortunately I do have to be careful how I film when I'm around the bars, because if I film any of the girls then of course YouTube could deem this as adult content. So yeah, there is an area, a small area in Kata that's got a cluster of bars that makes an ideal place to come and spend a few hours if you want to have a drink, but there are quite a lot of other bars scattered around. Now this is the other side that we've just walked up to. It's only a few minutes away from the cluster of bars that I've just been filming, and there's an area of a few more bars. I don't want to walk too far down because again, if there is any girl hostesses on these bars, then I'm not going to be able to film them due to the YouTube current regulations. So it's just to give you an idea that there are quite a few bars in this area. So whilst there are no nightclubs, there are some bars that you can chill out at. I have been actually trying to find some sky bars in the area. The only sky bar that I can find is the Surf House, which is on the actual beach road. Has the simulated surfing that you can go. There's a restaurant. I believe they also have a sky bar as well in the evening time. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this look at Kata's nightlife. Now, there are plenty of things to do over in Kata in the evening and again also in the daytime. Now, there may have been some things that I haven't yet covered, and I will be adding some more videos to this series. If you've enjoyed this video, please remember to give it a thumbs up and also to share it on social media, as it does really help my channel. If there's more things you would like to know about Phuket or indeed Thailand in general, then please do feel free to subscribe. If you happen to own a company or business over here in Thailand and would like to take part in one of the videos, then you can contact me on my email address, which is thailandtony@gmail.com. Well, as always, thanks for watching, and I will catch you on the next one.